Warriors. Welcome to episode 2 of our Warrior podcast. If you don't know me, my name is Master Rey, and I'm here with one of our best program directors, Miss Leon.
Hi, everyone.
And today, we're going to talk and get to know a little bit about Miss Leon, and we're going to go over some topics, and we're going to give you some tips and strategies to help you improve and get better on them, okay? So, Miss Leon.
Yes, sir.
It's been quite a while. So let's go over first. When did you get started in martial arts?
I started when I was 5.
5 years old. Oh my
Yes,
God,
sir.
that was like 10 years ago.
If only.
Okay, and do you know the reason why you got started in martial arts?
It was mostly my parents. I have 3 siblings, and it started with me and my older brother.
Okay, so you were family training. So you and your brother. Okay.
Yes.
Were you the only ones, or did anybody else get in the mix?
All of us became black belts.
Oh wow!
All 4 of us.
A black belt family.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what style? What was the style that you were doing when you were 5 years old?
We started in like a small taekwondo school in Weston,
Okay.
and then
How long were you there?
about 2 years before it got taken over by a kung fu school.
Okay. And did you stay at that
I
location?
stayed there till I was probably about 14.
Oh, so that's almost like 10 years.
Yes, sir.
Wow. What belt did you get in that style?
I was a 3rd-degree black belt.
3rd degree black belt, 14 years old?
Yes, sir.
Wow, congratulations, man. Wow, that's kind of our goal for every single student, is to get to what we call the 3rd degree expert level. So that's why you're so good. Okay, good. And then
Start young.
Then what happened after that? What did you
It was time for something different.
Okay.
So we came over, me and my older brother came over to Karate America.
So you started Karate America when you were 14?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Okay. And then what happened next? How long were you there?
I was there till, I'll probably have to say about 18 when I started college.
Okay, so another 4 years. Wow. Okay.
Then kept training, finding places here and there while I was away. And then I started back again when I finished and I got my master's degree.
Okay. And how old were you then?
That would be 24.
24.
24.
Okay. Just for me to know, what made you come back to martial arts? You had a little break at 14 and you kept going, and then you're 18, and of course that is a very important time where people figuring themselves out, they're trying to find out their careers. But what made you go back all those years?
It's just always been in my life, I guess. And I was going to school thinking about maybe becoming a physical therapist.
Yes,
but after I got my master's degree, I wasn't exactly sure where I wanted to go. So I started training again, and I guess that's when I met you.
Yeah. We'll go a little bit more over when I met her 8 years ago. But what is your favorite part of martial arts? Is it the technique, the forms, the self-defense, the fitness part of it? What would you say would be your favorite?
I love the fitness, but if I was to say to pick like a specific part in the classes, I love forms.
Yeah.
And the technique, like the little details.
And if you've seen Miss Leon, if you haven't seen her, you need to watch her, okay? She has fantastic technique. She pays attention to details. And that's one of the things I like, and if you take this as a takeaway, is the little details make the biggest difference. And when you do technique and you pay attention to it and you work on it, you get really, really good. That's what I've seen Miss Leon's strong point is. And everybody's different. Some people like the sparring. Some people like the conditioning part of it. Some people like the flexibility. Some people like the weapons and forms. You got to find what you're good at, but also you need to understand that you have to become more rounded.
Yes, sir.
I think that's another connection to what I talk about always, the lesson. And that is, even though you might be good at communication, you still need to work on your fitness. So if you're out there, if you're not working out, you're not training, you need to start today, TNT.
Today, not tomorrow.
Yeah, you need to start. But be well-rounded. Even though you have your strengths, work on the things that you don't feel the best at or you need to work on, so that way you improve as overall. Yeah, but forms is great. And then, so let's talk about how I met you, right? So this was 8 years ago, right? I was in the Plantation Academy and we were rocking it over there with Senior Master Perez. And then they had talked to me about helping this location in Miramar, and I came and I was in the desk in the office, and I was looking at the classes because I wanted to take notes on what I needed to improve on, right? And I saw this young lady come in, and she took the class, and she was very good. I was like, wow. But I see that she didn't have all the equipment required. Right?
The right uniform.
The right. But that's something that we need to help that school with. But and then I sat down with her, and because I saw potential in the class, and then I got to know her a little bit, I could tell. I gave her kind of like an opportunity. I said, you either can continue being a member, or you can join our instructor team, our staff. And at that time, she was working at a sandwich place. What was it called?
Los Patos.
Los Patos, yeah, she was working. And I think it's very important, and this is, of course, we need to find a kind of like our purpose or our passion. And when she told me about that, I was like, I don't think that's what she wants to do for the rest of her life.
Definitely not.
Yeah, she makes some great sandwiches, but she actually brought some to her school.
I would work, bring some sandwiches, and go take class.
Yeah, but I couldn't eat too many of them. If not, I was gonna get it, So. But so I gave her that opportunity, and then she took it. And it was kind of like perfect timing because at that time we were in a different location, and in January of 2018, we came to this location. And it's been an extraordinary journey. Actually, it's been fantastic. So let me ask you, Ms. Leon, you've done martial arts since you were 5 years old, right? Now you're in your and she's in her early 20s, but she's actually 34. Her birthday was this month.
Yes, sir.
Woo, happy birthday to her.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, if you guys get a chance, come by, happy birthday, or just pass by and give her a gift if you know our location. How has Karate America and Warrior Martial Arts impacted or influenced your life since you started 8 years ago?
First, I would say it definitely gave me my career.
Yeah.
It gave me what I want to do for the rest of my life. Since I've been training for so long, it's always been something that I've wanted to do, but I was never given the opportunity until I met you. And I think since then, I've grown tremendously. I mean, not only in like my physical, but also in my personal.
Yes.
Like this has helped me grow out of my shell even more, create good relationships, not only here in the school, but outside with my family, my friends. And then it's like life-changing just because it changed my life when I was 5 years old, because I was like a complete introvert, barely talked. Shy. And now I'm on the other side of it. So every time someone comes in, they do an introductory lesson, I get to see how they are then, and then look at them like when they become black belts or
the
throughout
transformation.
Their journey. So I would say that's been the most like beneficial and rewarding thing that I've gotten from working here.
Yeah, we say fulfillment, and that's that's kind of fulfills you, right?
Yes, sir.
But I want to touch on two things that she said. The first one, the opportunity, right? And I think, remember, we're talking about takeaways, everybody. Our goal is to add value to you and your family and give you kind of, just messages that, might resonate with you. And you can use that to make a change or a difference, right? Like Grandmaster Clark said, nothing changes if nothing changes. So if you can make any little shift and pivot, boom, that's going to take you to a higher level, then go for it. So opportunity is one of them. I think what you focus on is what you get. And when you're paying attention and you focus is, okay, let me find an instructor team. I know when I got to Monarch, I sat down, I was looking for an instructor team. I didn't have a team, it was just me. And I know by yourself, you cannot make it happen. Yes, you can build momentum, you can start, which is important, but you need to have a support system. In our school, it's our instructor team and our parents, but at home, it could be your brother, your mom, or your dad. But you need to create a team that's going to support each other to level up. And I was looking for that, and I saw Miss Leon come in. It was like, okay, it was like the lighting was there. I was like, I need to.
Good timing.
So absolutely, imagine this. I always talk to her all the time about this. If I wouldn't have done that,
where would I be?
Yeah, where would she be, and where would our school be? Because of course she's an extremely valuable asset to our school and to our company. So that's number one, opportunity. And then the other one you were talking about was with with the family training, right, with your brothers, is to do something with somebody else, not just you, is powerful. So we always talk about having a team member with you, or your best friend go through this experience with you. Even when you go out, like you hang out, you want to do it with a friend. You want to watch a movie with a friend. So it's very important to do things together rather than separated.
I agree. I would say it brought us all closer together. Yeah. And then it gave us lifetime friends too. Yeah. So people that we met when we were 5, 6, 7 years old, we're still friends with today. Yeah. So to grow up in something like this is, an experience that I hope everyone can get.
Yeah. I think a big part of it, and going over with Ms. Leon's transformation, because this is not transformation just for our students that become black belts, it's for everyone, including our instructors. He's transformed my whole life, and he transformed your life.
Especially these last 8 years.
Absolutely. And the beautiful thing for me is that I get a chance to contribute to Ms. Leon, because of course she's my instructor, and me being here is helping her, coaching her, training her. And from when she started, and I'm gonna give you a beautiful, honest thing about Ms. Leon.
Uh-oh.
When Ms. Leon started, she focused a lot on, okay, what's the problem? What's the issue? What's the bad thing that could happen, right? Which is important. Is a good thing to have, and that's why there's a lot of meetings that we do with instructors. And I need to get her point of view, because you need to hit all the angles. However, the first thing you need to do when there's a situation is never focus on the problem. It's always focus on the solution. So there's always something wrong out there, right? But there's also something right. And our life will give us what we focus on, which is the right. And from when she started in the first 3-4 months, I was like, oh my goodness, there's some work we gotta do here on the focus, right? And now she's massively changed. Not only first, where she actually pays attention, where she's not focused too much on just the problem, but she's actually just solving it and focus on fixing the challenge or the obstacle. But then also, her communication skills, because she helped all our parents and works with all our students, is being huge. Because we even get together as instructors before, and she wouldn't talk as much. But now, but now she talks a lot. And it's been, so that's a huge thing, because you have to learn how to connect with people. And another thing that she said is lifelong friends.
Yes, sir.
This is so important. I think Grandmaster Clark brought it up. Grandmaster Clark knows martial artists and instructors and people and students for 25, 30, 35 years relationship. That is meaningful. And then I heard it, he talked about it in one of the meetings, and I was like, I need to focus on those relationships. Ms. Leon I've known for 8.5, but I know so many other people for 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm like, I need to nurture those relationships and take care of them, because there's not that many that you can say, wow, you've had for 10, 15 years.
It's hard to come by.
Yeah, people come, people go, it's normal, that's life. Mm-hmm. But the ones that you have that you know for a long time, I will tell you, do this. If you listen to this podcast and you say, you know what, it's true, Master Rey, go ahead and text or call somebody that you know for more than 6, 7, 8, 10, 15 years that you haven't talked to in a while, just to say hi. Because again, it's not easy to come by those kind of relationships for such a long period of time, but it's wonderful to be able to say, when I'm 40, 50, 60, I have all these friends around me that know me half my life, 25 plus 30 years. Those are beautiful relationships.
Yes, sir.
So I'm happy that you were able to get that from the martial arts.
Yes, sir. Me too.
Awesome. So we got to know Ms. Leon in detail. Well, way more than what we usually do. Remember, we don't get the opportunity to do this because we're action-packed. We're in the classes,
zero downtime.
We call it zero downtime. We're constant communication with our parents and instructors and our students, and we're just moving. And it's very packed, so of course, it's a dynamic flow, but I love it. So that's why we did this, but thank you, ma'am, for giving us that fantastic story.
You're welcome, sir. Anytime.
Yeah. Now, going to the topics that I wanted to talk as well, I think this is a beautiful thing, and I have here with me, if you don't know, we have a program, takes you all the way to mastery. We have a master's program. It's just life-changing transformation. It changed my life back when I did it in 2020. And since I'm preparing for my 7th degree, I'm immersing myself more.
Next January.
Yeah, it's like, that is huge for me. And I want to immerse and make sure I get the most out of it. But one of it is to look for something glorious every day. And I think it's so glorious that when we did the podcast, first, I just want to say thank you to all our instructors, our parents, our martial arts friends, our students that gave us such a great feedback about the first episode. We got,
they want more.
Yeah, it was great. And again, it is from the heart. This is not something we're making up, or this is just.
There's a bunch of comments.
Yeah, it was, and then we appreciate it. So thank you again. All the feedback is welcome. We just want to grow from here and just add value. That's really what it's all about. But one of the comments I was looking, and it was my beautiful sister, and my sister lives in Mexico, but she's always getting in touch with me, and we always communicate through WhatsApp. But she's always, she knows I'm in personal development. She knows I do martial arts training, and I'm an instructor, and I'm a coach. So she asked me a lot of questions. Okay. But she did a fantastic thing. Is she took my direction that I gave, which I gotta tell you, there's a lot of people that don't, you give a direction or a responsibility, and a lot of people don't take action on it.
Yes, sir.
I will tell you, if anything that you can get from this podcast, take action on anything, literally, even the text message that I talk about with the friends. But don't just do or listen to the podcast and then don't do anything about it.
Find one thing at least.
Yeah, because if not, then it's just like all this amazing information and you just put it on the side. So my sister did a fantastic job. She wrote her takeaway, which is the importance of small goals and victim goals. But then she also commented on talking about 3 subjects, self-esteem, love, and believe in yourself. So this goes to my sister or to anybody out there that might need these tips and strategies. Going to help you out, okay? But again, this was I wrote it on my book, Glorious Moment, my sister, because I didn't know anything about that. I didn't know she was going to do that, or she was going to see it. So it's a beautiful thing, right? So let's start with self-esteem. Okay. So in order for you to build self-esteem, you can write this down. Create small victories. Because what self-esteem really is I said I'm gonna do this, and I do it. What happens a lot of times is people say, I wanna be a bodybuilder, and then it's such a big goal from where they are, it's so far away that they don't see themselves getting there because you can't achieve that victory like that.
Yes, sir.
It takes so long, and this is something that's just from the bottom of my heart. You cannot accomplish anything like this. It needs to be built. This one I heard is a lot of people overestimate a year and underestimate a decade. I've been doing martial arts for 17 years. That's the reason why I've been able to accomplish this level of success, because I've been committed and doing it for such a long time.
Yes, sir.
But if you want to build your health, you got to do it for years. If you want to become an expert in your field, you got to do that for years. So the tip is create small victories. So let's say, for example, you want to build your self-esteem about being able to be healthy. I'll give you a very basic analogy. Okay. Then you can't go and say, if I've never done any fitness and I am not in good health, right? I'm not in good shape. Then I'm gonna go 4 times a week, 45 minutes, I'm gonna do an extreme workout. It's not gonna work. The first day you do it, you're gonna be so sore, like for 3 weeks, that you won't even make the other You won't even make the other days, right? And then it's so tough, it's so painful to your body that it's such a, it's not gonna be like a positive experience for you.
It might demotivate you.
Exactly. A lot of people, they feel so sore, they don't wanna ever do it again because it's painful. So that's not the way to do it. You don't do it that way. You go ahead and say, okay, let me walk 10 minutes. And you go out in the morning and you walk 10 minutes. And then whoa, I did it. Yeah, I said I was gonna walk 10 minutes and I didn't. And that little victory that you celebrated, boom, boosts your self-esteem. Then you say, you know what? That was pretty good. I'm gonna do it again tomorrow. And then all of a sudden you're like, man, this is kind of easy. Then let me do 20 minutes. And then let me do 30 minutes. And the next thing you know, those small little victories, in 6 months, now you're running.
You've got the results.
You started building momentum. and you start running. Same thing with anything. Reading a book, just read one page. Instead of you saying, okay, let me finish a book in 1 month, it's gonna be very tough for a lot of people. A lot of people don't make it happen, and because of that, their self-esteem goes low because they don't accomplish what they say they want. The best simple understanding of self-esteem is you gotta do what you say you want to do. But a lot of people commit to such big things that because of that, they can't get it.
I agree.
So that would be the first thing, guys. Create small victories. With that, every victory that you did, you say, I did it, your self-esteem goes up. You keep doing that daily, and next thing you know, 6 months, 8 months, your self-esteem is off the charts. Like now, because of the consistency and the habits that we developed, of course, martial arts was the base and foundation for it. Everything I say I'm gonna do, I do. Now, we're not perfect, right? There's sometimes that you might, I got a little later, but you still make it a must. And because of that, there's the amount of victories overpowers the amount of the little losses. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that would be my first very powerful tip on self-esteem. Now, loving yourself. Here's a drill, ready? So you let's say Master Rey. I write Master Rey and I say, okay, how do I want to be? Right? Okay, who do I want to be? So let's say I want to be confident. I want to be respectful. I want to be ambitious. I want to be healthy. I want to look my best. You have to first have a picture of who you really want to be.
Okay.
When you do that, that becomes your target. So the first way to love yourself is to be who you want to be. What happens is somebody says, yeah, I'm gonna show up, and then they show up. They don't show up. So then because they didn't show up, then, I'm not responsible. So, I'm so dumb. I don't like myself because I told them I was gonna do it and I didn't do it. Love is with you, with who you are, but then with what you want to do and backing it up. So if you create on a sheet everything that you want the best you to be, then you start to tackle that and you aim towards that. And you want to be respectful, then you start working on it and you look at the paper all the time. Because out of sight,
out of mind.
Out of mind, right? You have to see it every day. So you write that and then you start tackling and appreciate. And it's very important also that the way to love yourself is to create your list, right, of who you want to be, but then also love yourself while you're getting there. Like let's say I've been training for a long time, but I was not in the best shape of my life all the time. But I was not happy about it, which for me is like, okay, I'm Master Rey, I love myself, I love how I look. However, this is not the real me. But because I focus on it and I know what I want, then I started tackling it. Then more and more and more I started getting healthy, and then I started to love myself even more because I am becoming who I want. It's like a video game, guys. Like if you play your video game, you create your character, and you create your character with, the build and the armor. Same thing. You can do the same thing in your life. But number one, know who you want to be, and love yourself while you're getting there. No negative self-talk. This is so important. Don't ever put yourself down, right? Keep yourself up, right? Like the leadership speech. Don't tell yourself, I'm so dumb, I'm irresponsible because I didn't do this. I'm a bad person. No, you have to love yourself and say, come on, you can do it. You have to be your number one fan. Think of it like that. You have to be your number one fan and believe that you can be who you want to be, which is that target, and accomplish it.
I like that. Yeah. I haven't looked at it like that. But that's something that I can take advantage of, and we all have our vision board.
Yes.
Maybe put a couple things up there that I want to see myself grow, along with what else I want to accomplish this year.
Yeah, so I will tell you real quick action step. Write on a paper, create a list of everything that you want to be as a person, right? And then you love yourself and be your number one fan as you get there, okay? So that's for love. And then the last thing is belief. So this is one of the most, belief starts with, Grandmaster Clark has said this, things happen twice, once in your mind and once in real life. If you are gonna ever accomplish anything that you want, you have to first create it here. So visualization is the most powerful thing first. And I talk about it. You got to train your mind. So it's like when I go work out, I do push-ups, sit-ups, work my body, right? How do we train the mind? Is these kind of exercises. So one exercise for you guys to take home. You close your eyes and you visualize who you want to be, what you want to accomplish. Oh, I'm gonna get the six-pack. Oh, I'm gonna graduate college. Oh, I'm gonna have this best job. Oh, I'm gonna have this beautiful house. And you visualize, right? So once you visualize it, then it starts to connect to your heart, which is a feeling. And then once you visualize it here in the mind and then your heart, then you write it and you make it very detailed. And then every day you tell yourself, I am going to be a black belt. I am going to be strong. I am going to get this house. I'm going to graduate from college. It is done. And you have to say it. And we have the I am statements. And in the mastery program, we do have the visualization. You have to say it with conviction, like if you already saw the future. And believe it or not, some people don't believe in this, but let me tell you something. The best, most successful people in the world all visualize. For me, to accomplish what I've accomplished in the martial arts is with visualization. I believed it. I knew Grandmaster Clark gave me this belief in me. He's like, you can do it so you can be a diamond school. Boom, then I believe it, and I was certain that I was going to accomplish it. So to have this certainty starts with your verbal, right, and your physiological believing it. So I'm going to get this house, Ms. Long. This house is mine. This black belt is mine. Like solar, because there's a level. We're going to become solar's mine. When you have this kind of conviction, guess what happened? The universe and your mind starts to look for it, kind of like the opportunity, right? Yes, you start to look for it, and next thing you know, you get there. So belief is visualizing it, writing it down, saying it with conviction and belief. And because of that, you start taking action. You take action, we call it massive action, and you keep going, and you don't quit. Even when you get tough, you don't quit. You push. Next thing you know, guys, you accomplish everything. You're there. It's like a marathon. It's like, you close your eyes, I can do it. I can do it. And next thing you know, bah, you pass the ribbon, right? And then whoa, I did it. And that is the most powerful thing in the world. Because with that, once you accomplish one, that's it. You know you can do it. If I can do it, so can you, right?
More and more.
So the action tip for this one, visualize what you want. Then you feel it, your emotion, right? Then you write it down, detailed, but write it down not like I hope or I wish. That's not the black belt vocabulary, right? You have to say, it's mine, it's done. I already did it. It's just a matter of time till I get there, right? And then you work hard every single day towards those goals. Do not deviate, right? We talked about the 3 enemies, but that's another subject for another podcast, but distractions. Everybody gets distracted in life and it takes them away from their goals, which is what they believe they want, right? Which is what I want. So then from there, you take action and you never stop.
Let's do it.
All right. So hope that helps everybody. I gave a good amount of tips, but I do like action steps. And this is something that Grandmaster Clark has done, and there's so many people out there that have done the same thing, which is, get on this meeting, get on this training, get on this seminar, and take action on something immediately. Schedule it. So I always tell you after this podcast, go over it with your kids, go over it with your brother, your spouse, write an action step, boom, and go for it. Start tomorrow. Sounds good?
Yes,
all right.
Sir.
That being said, this is episode 2. Till then, see you on the mat.